We are here with Daniel Stewart, Chester First Team Manager, previewing the weekend's game at home to Kettering Nomads. Dan, first of all, touching on last weekend, it was the third time you'd been to local rivals Wollaston. Thankfully, third time we come away with the result, albeit this time through on penalties. How do you feel? You know, you've knocked them out of the Junior Cup, you've knocked them out of the League Cup, you've beaten them in the league. Was the game everything you expected? You did say it was going to be one of the hardest games that we've faced so far. Did it play out how you wanted to?
Obviously, in the end, it played out how we wanted to. We got the result done. I did touch on it being about mentality, maybe not so much about tactics. It ended up being a mixture of the both. They changed from a 3 at the back to a 4. And initially, it did cause us a few problems, and they took the early lead with a great volley, to be fair, hitting the far top corner. It was probably the wake-up call that we needed as a team on the day to get us going, and it did in the end. Young Leave on the score sheet again after a great pass. I won't say long ball from the vice skipper Lewis Leslie. We then continued to push on throughout the game, but it was just one of those days where the game could have gone on for 120 minutes, 150 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever, and we probably wouldn't have scored again. We just didn't have the rub of the green, and sometimes you just need that little bit of luck to push you over the line. Obviously, fast forward to the penalties. Kelvin was unlucky with the first one not to keep it out. He had a good strong hand on it, but it just beat him. They missed 2, and then obviously a fitting moment for Lewis Arson on the anniversary of his dad's death to put us through to the next round.
Yeah, it was certainly a great result. Moving on to this weekend, back to league action, back at home, which it feels like a while since we've been here. Kettering Nomads, we know a lot about them, know the gaffer, know a lot of the players, very experienced heads. You know, a lot of them played higher leagues, flying in the league. What kind of battle are you expecting?
I expect it to be our hardest game to date. You've just said it all. The gaffer's experience, obviously Joe and the gaffer know what they're doing there. The team is a good experienced team. I expect them to be difficult to beat in low blocks. I expect them to come out and really give it a go when they've got the ball, and again they're dangerous from set pieces. We know they're going to be a handful. For us to get anything from this game at the weekend, we have to be over 100%. We can't be 100%. We have to be more than that. We are at home. At this sort of level, there's probably not many advantages playing home or away, given obviously the crowd sizes and stuff like that. But we like to think that we turn this psychologically into a war zone for other teams that come here. We give as good as we get, and then some, and then hopefully we come out with a positive result at the weekend against Nomads.
Yeah. Finally, any team news to note? I know you had still a lot of long-term injuries that you've touched on. Anybody coming back in the fold? Anyone picked up anything from last week?
I think for us, it's hopefully continuing with the same squad that we had last week. We've got to assess a couple of lads over the next couple of days to see how we are ready for Saturday. There'll be a few fitness tests obviously on Saturday just before the game for a few of the lads that might be a little bit touch and go, but I think you can expect pretty much the same sort of squad that we had from Saturday, and you know, hopefully the boys can continue kick on and start really building on from this moment.
Yeah, I guess final question is, you know, we're coming into the tricky period where the pitches start turning, it all starts to become a little bit harder. You're through the Junior Cup, you're through the League Cup, semi-final with Gunnar Barnes, sitting 4th in the league. Would you have taken this at the start of the year, or has it exceeded your expectations, or would you have hoped for a little bit more?
100% would have took it. I think for us, it's no secret. The objective, long-term objective, is can we get Irchester back into Step 6 where they belong? Alongside that, obviously, personal goals of a lot of the lads that we've got here at the club. That some of them are young and ambitious. We've got some older heads that probably could still do a stint up in Step 6 as well. So everybody's striving for that same goal. So yeah, I mean, in terms of the cups, it's always great to have a cup run. I can't stand here and hand on heart and say they were top priority at the start of the season. However, knowing where we're at now and the position we're in, would I have took it? Well, yeah, 100%. And obviously, hopefully at the end of the season, we're there or thereabouts in that top 4. You know, to give us the best possible chance of going up in the league. And if we get a decent cup run out of that, and, you know, a cup final out of that, then yeah, great, fantastic for us.
Brilliant. Appreciate your time and all the best for Saturday.
Cheers, mate.